Hi guys, and welcome back. It has been such a long time since I was doing these. Um, literally just I don't know, just had so many different things to play and wanted to add some variety that I kind of forgot to do. The kind of videos that I pretty much started the channel to do, and that was to design and to create things. And it's good to expand into other kind of territories. And I, hope you guys have been enjoying the videos so far. But just thought I would bring back this one, and a little reminder that I should probably start doing a few more of these videos. So anyway, as there's a lot of things with apartments, which is vague and probably really confusing to anyone else who's actually hearing that going on in my life, I thought I would do a little apartment redesign from one of the existing apartments. So I completely removed all the furniture before I started filming because no one really wants to see that. Just so you know, the whole information with the apartment thing, I've got someone moving into my apartment, so just thought it'd fit in quite nicely. Did not notice that light on the side either. Don't even think I managed to remove that, so might have to sort that out afterwards, but totally slipped my mind. So the kind of apartment that I'm designing is for a family of 5, one teenager, one child, one toddler, and obviously 2 parents. Again, with all these redesigns, it's kind of weird. When I play the game myself, I have kind of like preferences of what I like to use, and I kind of stick to those. But then when I'm doing videos, I'm kind of like, well, let me experiment a little bit, so I've actually never used any of these items in the kitchen before, and I was going to use the more expensive stove because it came with a higher quality food rating, and I was just like, well, do you know what, actually I've never used that other stove, and it kind of fits in with the whole industrial kind of workspace thing. That would have been a really cool table design for like a yin and a yang. I don't know if I was doing it wrong, but I just couldn't get them to fit properly. So I thought, well, do you know what? Actually, that's kind of cool. So I kind of like how that looks, so I'll just leave it like that. I did put, do you know what I was thinking to myself while I was doing this? It's like, it's really dark in there. Did I put lights in there? I did. So I did do that. It was just that one light I didn't take down. So obviously the theme for this, and it was actually inspired by the Sims 2 pack, kitchens and bathrooms or something like that, with the orange and black and the whitish, silverish theme that a lot of that pack had. This little dining room on the side, I was actually going to use it, the room opposite, for the dining room, and the room that I'm going to redo a little bit later on into the bathroom, I was actually going to make into the study, but then I just kind of thought, well, it's a bit too big to make into just put a few tables and chairs, so I was like, well, I'll just do that, I'll just have a little table area to the side, and I think it works. Actually, I think it works a lot better than having it on that big space on the opposite side. And just trying to put some foliage. I think the apartments tend to look a little bit better with the foliage in it. So this is the bathroom that I was going to turn into the study. I actually did not realize how high up this apartment was, so when I realized that, I was like, oh wow, it's actually got quite a good view, so it's not weird to put a bath right in the middle of the windows. Not that it really matters anyway, because it's obviously a Sims game where you put the bathroom, but I don't know. I always try and like, I suppose you go for real life. You wouldn't put a bathroom on the ground floor in front of a window. That would just be weird. So, since it's so high up, I thought, well, why not? I also think I'm getting a little bit of a cold, so I apologize if I sound really weird. I have actually like put like a muffler kind of thing over the audio, so hopefully it's not catching anything. But if it does, I apologize. It is the season for not sounding good on audios. The rooms all have like separate themes. Sometimes I've done houses where the themes are identical, like it flows through the entire house. This one is kind of slightly different, although the bathrooms kind of follow the same theme, which is like a silvery whitish kind of look. The really modern bath toilets as well. Because I thought, why not? I mean, this is obviously not a cheap apartment, so, you know, why make it put loads of regular toilets and stuff in there? Because I've actually been playing a lot of The Sims 3 recently. And what I realized is that a lot of the objects go up in price, but benefit-wise, it doesn't actually really change. It doesn't really make a difference. I think with The Sims 4 it does, but with The Sims 3 I noticed it just didn't. So, you know, the expensive objects were only reshaped, you know. I suppose that's the thing. With the adult bedroom, the adult master suite, I suppose you could call it, I actually went with the objects to reflect what was on the bed. Because actually the bed was quite colourful, so I was like, well, you know, why not? So all the objects in the room are coloured with colours that you would find on the bed. I know it's a bit more of an orangey, but the wardrobe didn't have an orange, so I've gone with yellow. And it is kind of a yellow, you know. It's not like totally orange, I don't think. It's not totally yellow, but you know, it's all good. You can't do like the whole flowing rooms with the Sims 4 as you could in the Sims 3, so I had to make do, unfortunately, but you know, did the best I could. We thought I was going to have a regular bath just on the side, but actually I was like, well, you know, again, this isn't a cheap apartment, so why not fill it with the best stuff I can find. I actually quite like the 3 separate mirrors next to each other. I don't know why, but it just looks quite nice. So here is the kids' bedroom now, right next to the parents' bedroom, which is right next to the living room, which is going to have a huge TV in it, so maybe not a very good strategy if it was a real life house, but it's okay, it's Sims, it's all good. They don't hear TVs from next room, so it's fine. Which would have been a lot more of an interesting mechanic than emotions, I find. But anyway. So the children's room is pretty basic again. Just a couple of objects scattered around the place. A little toddler bed and a little child bed as well. Little knickknacks in the kitchen again, knives and just some art on the walls just to make it a bit more kid-friendly. Quite like how the children's room kind of turned out. It just feels a bit more like a kid's kind of room. And now we're on to the teenagers' room. So, for this room, I kind of thought, you know, it's a really big room. And I didn't really want to redesign the walls too much and the shapes too much, because I wanted it to basically be a redesign of the atmosphere rather than the structure of it. So, I wanted to keep the size of this room. I did actually change, make the bathroom room smaller with a little hallway, because I just thought that would make it a bit nicer separating it. But for the teenagers' room, I thought, well, you know, what does every teenager want? They want their own space. So why not make it like a little apartment style, where I've got like a little mini living room for chill out, where they can just be separate from the family when they want to be. And I mean, isn't that what every teenager wants? Wouldn't you love like sofas and a TV in your bedroom? So here's the main room now, the main living room. And I wanted to put a fireplace in as well. Again, just kind of thought like, why not? Oh, these pictures actually influenced what I was going to do with this room. So I'm kind of jumping back and forth here with these rooms. I didn't know what to do with this one. I was like, God, I don't think I've got enough objects to put it into something useful. But then I had the pictures up there. And I thought, well, maybe this person in this room could be a bit of an artist, you know, a bit of a creative person, music and art and stuff. So kind of worked out well. So the pictures are a little bit of a hint as to the kind of traits that person would have. Here is the lovely library area, the study area, that actually lacks any kind of desks, but it has got sofas and 3 bookshelves and a fireplace, so it's something, you know. And a lovely little coffee table as well. Put a coffee table in the living room too. And I do a little bit more with that coming up. Once I find it, some of these items, God, I just don't know the names of them. These little they look like wall separators, like room separators, and I quite like them for separating the room without actually dividing it in two. And I thought this place could be a little bit of a gym. Now, I think it's got like probably the best windows in the area, but I don't know, I just thought like a little gym in there. It's big enough to be fully equipped as well, so, you know, why not try it out? I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I don't know why there was such a long pause there. Just sort of checking out these objects that I actually had never seen in there before, so. I was going to put a chest table there, but I thought it might not work with the routing, and I don't want to make an apartment and have it not route properly. Obviously a nice little tiled floor in the little gym, and I don't think I actually did change that. I did do lights in there, and I always do the lights in the dark just so you can see the effects of it really. There we go, nice little lighting. I do like the shadows. In fact I love the shadows. That's why I love The Sims 3 so much, because of the shadow effects. I thought it was really good. And like, you know, when you have the shades and the lighting in real life, everything just looks so much nicer, so I just love it. When they improved on it in The Sims 4, I was like, yes! But we are coming back to the end of the video now, so we're just putting some final touches up. Well guys, we're coming to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video to help the channel grow, and subscribe if you have not, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.